Alright, let's pose for a quick thumbnail. I like that. Okay. Good evening. It is November 1st, 2023. It is just past midnight. And as you can tell, this is the Halloween makeup. One last look at it before we remove all of it, and down there as well. Okay, let's talk. So, just got out the contact lens so I can see, thankfully. It was cool for the effect, but it was not practical whatsoever. I have the solution, the contact lenses are in here. I didn't have to use this mirror that much anyway. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's just like decompress. I have never done anything like this before. So this is very first time I'm doing the removal of the makeup. I'm not even sure if I'm using these cotton balls and this makeup remover correctly, but we're about to see. I don't know if it's doing anything. Oh, yep, it's coming off, yep. Yeah, I could be doing this a lot more efficiently, but let's see, what else could I use? I'm probably gonna use like a rag of some kind. I'm most likely gonna change what I'm using. But anyway, so Halloween night, 2023. I had been planning this idea since I think maybe July, but the planning for it I started back in July, but I had been thinking about this idea since last year. The character was Deadman from the DC comics. Probably not made readily obvious if you're not already familiar with the character, and it's a little bit more grayer than I thought it was going to be, because the Deadman is like a pasty white. I'm not too disappointed by that at all. It's fine though. I still think it turned out really good, actually. The makeup artist, Bailey, they helped me out with the makeup. And then they also took the liberty of making the costume for me. That was unexpected, but also appreciated. The only Halloween candy I've had is the candy corn, but I haven't had any traditional candy corn or like Halloween candy, which is probably a first, because I was barely had any time to do any of that. The last time I recorded a video in here was for the Fenty Skin video, which was about 3 years ago. I don't intend on making this like a extravagant video, if you know what I mean. This is mainly for myself, but I also thought it'd be kind of cool to show all of you what the process is like, because I've never done anything like this before. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, I don't think these cotton balls are like the best way to go about doing this. I'll probably like run down or get something else to help with the cleaning, but like this is what I'm working with so far. So about Deadman, the character from the DC comics, his story is really fascinating. I feel like his origin story and his becoming could easily be like a DC limited series or something to that effect. I know he's had like many comics made about him, and he's been featured in a couple movies, I think. But for those of you who don't know, I'll give you like a quick synopsis of his character. So, Deadman is from Boston, I believe, hence the name Boston brand. Depending on like which story you look at, very abusive household, but then he eventually escapes and leaves his family behind. And then he goes off to join the circus. From there, he becomes a very well-known and very famous aerialist or acrobat in the circus. However, you can only have a good thing for so long, and he gets shot like midway through his performance, and then he dies. However, or his spirit is alive, but his physical body is gone and dead. From there, he meets this goddess, which I think her name is Ramakrishna, but she basically grants him like a second chance at life, meaning like he didn't have like the best upbringing, and his behavior early on was not exactly the best. So this goddess was basically like, okay, I'm gonna give you a second chance at life, so you can kind of like repay your debt, like a karmic debt, kind of. He didn't really ask for it in the beginning, but he was like, shoot, I'll take it. Main powers are invisibility. He can possess the souls of the living. He can be invisible. He can like manipulate other people's thoughts and ideas, which kind of an underrated power, but it's also kind of scary, knowing that like some foreign entity can enter your body and then you don't have control over anything. But he uses it for good. He uses it for good. He's the good guy. Then he joins Justice League Dark, and like those people kind of deal with like the mystical enemies that the regular Justice League can't necessarily deal with. So that's what his role is. I don't know if what I look like with the costume resembled at all as what Deadman looked like. I guess like the comic book version. Definitely not. So that's why I kind of had like two outfits. One with like the pinstripe suit. Then the makeup artist, who I mentioned earlier, took the liberty of making the costume for me because they wanted to get some practice with the costume design. I'm like, go ahead. I was very nervous like the whole day. I'm like, is this gonna happen? Is this gonna happen? And look where we are now. There's like mad hairpins stuck underneath this bald cap. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. There's also like mad hairspray that's been like keeping the hair down. Whoa is right. Wow. There's still a lot left to take off, but there it is. Okay, that's off. Let's see about these eyebrows. They're like a foam kind of rubbery kind of texture. I think I'll pause here and then I'll come back when more progress has been done. Okay, I'm back and not much progress. If anything, the dark makeup around the eyes make me look more sunken in on it, honestly. I don't know, but when I wasn't recording, I was taking out 1, 2, 3. Let me count all of them first. I was busy taking out 19 hairpins out of the back of the hair and everywhere else. And when I take a shower, I'll probably find a couple more because they're somewhere deep down in there. I don't know where they might be. But yeah, I am tired. I'm also kind of lazy with taking this makeup off. So we're gonna see like how much this is gonna wash away when I take a shower. And we're definitely gonna be using conditioner because like the back of the hair I don't even want to show you. Should I like look at it for myself? I might cut it out when I'm editing, who knows? But I can't imagine that looks good at all. Yikes. Today was an experience, that's for sure. Just putting like the contacts in, that was truly a difficult experience because I am not used to putting in contacts. And I'm just glad that Bailey was able to get one in, but two of those in, I couldn't even see, like when I showed the picture, was covering up the seeing eye, and it was only the one with the contact. I legit can't see nothing. So I'm glad that Bailey was able to get one in, but the other one failed, rather than the two contacts are in, and they can't get them out, and then I can't see. And I was driving myself to the salon, so that would have been another problem, which it would have taken up even more time because she had another appointment, or they had another appointment right after me. I'm glad it worked out that way. Yeah, but we'll check in tomorrow, see how everything's looking. Hello again. It is many hours later. I think it's about 10 p.m. And I think that last clip was around like 1 or so in the morning. But yeah, it is many hours later, and you can still kind of see like some specks of makeup still on the face. It's not super noticeable. From far away, it looks like the eyes look kind of, like the eye makeup is still kind of around the eyes a little bit. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, so that's most likely gonna get washed out within the next couple days. There's still like, there might be like some specks of makeup on the back of the neck. I can feel it, I can't see it. But I'm kind of in high spirits. Like, I'm feeling so much better. The contact is out, the makeup is gone. At least 85 to 90% of it. So like the Halloween makeup experience as a whole, for context, I had an appointment with this makeup artist around 2 p.m. Their appointment prior to that overlapped with mine. So I didn't go in until, or I didn't have the makeup done until maybe like 15 or 20 minutes later. And then the whole process got finished around maybe 5:30. That time was also extended a bit because Bailey was trying to help me put the contact in, and that was taking quite a bit of time. As you can imagine, I'm not a contact wearing person. So it was by a miracle that they were able to get one contact in. I can include a couple clips from the party that I went to.
The club he was in?
The club he was in. For successful heart attacks he survived. It got smaller and smaller for every successful heart attack he survived. Because the amount of people who survive that amount of heart attacks
I see.
gets
Okay.
smaller and smaller. Yeah. Anyway, weed. I don't know. That concludes my TED Talk on weed, I guess.
We played Cards Against Humanity, and that was like the first time I'd ever played that. Also, mind you, I was also in character as Deadman, and I tried very best to stay in character as much as I could and like not break at all. Deadman has like a Boston accent, if I'm not 100% mistaken. So yeah, me did the Boston accent throughout the entire party. I would say there might have been 1 or 2 slip-ups, but for the most part, I was dedicated. I was committed to the part. My friend and I left maybe around like 9:30, 9:40, and then she dropped me off, and that's where that clip that you see before you kind of picked up from. You all were here just for the makeup removal part, but this is just something extra. But how the makeup felt, I got more comfortable with it as the night went on. Like the eyebrows, like the foam, like rubber eyebrows, like, it felt really good to touch. It was really nice. I think that's all I have to say. This is just like a short, extra holiday special kind of video. Nothing too strenuous. That's all for me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all had a safe and happy holiday if you all were celebrating Halloween. And that's it. Signing off here. See you in the next video.